From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Buffalo Bills. From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Buffalo Bills. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tapped forward by Allen on the jet sweep. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And
a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. The Bills hit 4 and 6 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Allen. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 16. On first down, Howell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Howell throwing on first down here. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4th down is not out of the question. I think a big game or two.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Here's Allen. And he's got his big tight end here. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
But it certainly took too long to set up play action, and that gave the pass rush time to get home for its 1st sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
After the sack on 1st down, Allen, a quick throw, but incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Allen. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very 1st quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Give that sack to Kaiir Elam on the corner blitz. Well, how about that? The defense's 1st sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Howell throwing on third down here. Pressure comes and down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
From the 27, Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen, he'll dump this off to Cook. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run again here with Robinson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 2nd and 15 now. Powell flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Third and long, here's Howell. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Allen off the play fake. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. On 2nd and 9, Powell. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll go play action. Powell. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the commanders jumped. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Back to throw. Howell. That one complete out to Dotson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They go play action with Howell. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 9. To the air, Allen. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Allen going to go on 4th down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is going to have the Bills' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing now is Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Allen. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Second and a couple. Powell. And they take him down. The Bills get to it. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
And Howe will throw it. Completes it to Samuel. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
This is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. from 10 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6.
The score, Commanders 14, BILLZ 6.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Robinson up the middle, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead holds at 8. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And still just down 1 score. We'll see how big of a role that missed field goal plays because it, of course, could have. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 16. They'll start with a give to Robinson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards there at a Washington first. On the give, here's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd and 7, Howell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing here, Howell. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Being chased out left. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Commanders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth-quarter advantage. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Commanders 21, BILLZ 6.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And a little bit of a consolation prize here. He's into the end zone. Won't win in the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Allen. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion.